Welcome here, Punch Out Boxing. I am here with Michael Hennessy Jr. Good to see you smiling.
Yeah, always smiling. I'm in a great place mentally, so I'm happy, enjoying life.
That's good to hear. Naturally, like any fight after your last fight, didn't get the decision. Um, you would have naturally been really disappointed. Did you pay the price for giving us an entertaining fight?
You know what? Yeah, you know what? I probably got the tactics a little bit wrong. Stood and traded with Joe a little bit, but from what I've heard, everyone enjoyed the fight. And for me, that was the most important thing with that last fight. I knew I was having a break after with boxing, win, lose or draw after that fight. So I wanted to go out in a good fight with a bang, and I think that's what me and Joe did.
Yeah, absolutely. All of us loved it. Rings. I think it probably stole the show. Absolutely. And I said, TV audience, you wanted to put on a show.
Definitely, people aren't interested in, boring fights, just, jab, move, all that. They want to see a tear up. And I feel like me and Joe, we were the wild card of that whole card. And I feel like we captivated a lot of the public's imagination for an 8 round fight in the build up. And I felt like we delivered on the night and put on a great show for them.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think also Joe's probably underrated a bit because of his personality. People might perceive him as a bit of a joke, but he had a good amateur pedigree himself. He can box if he wants to, and he can fight.
Definitely, Joe Laws can fight. Yeah, I knew that it was going to be a hard fight going into it, and it did get me up for the fight because, like you say, for me, he didn't really get the recognition he deserves in the professional ranks. I've known Joe since the amateur days, a long time, and I've seen him put people out cold, get to senior elite finals, which is hard to do. Box for England. I've seen all of that with him, so I knew it was no easy task. And yeah, listen, I don't think he gets the credit he deserves, and I wish him all the best in the future. I hope he goes on to shock a few people in the pro ranks.
Yeah, it'd be good, good story for him. But as for your story, like I said, you're still young. I spoke to Zach Shelley now. He's another guy that's been having hard fights. Got a few defeats on his record, but he's still back because putting on entertaining fights, that's what the promoters want.
Most definitely. Like I said, no one's interested in these one-sided fights. They want big 50-50s. And to be honest with you, that last fight, I I enjoyed the whole build-up, the whole fight a lot more than I normally would boxing in a six-rounder against someone who I'm supposed to beat. So yeah, that's what I'm interested in. But at the same time, right now I'm having a rest from boxing. The love for the sport's not really there at the moment. I'm gonna have a break. I'm not putting a time on it. If I come back, I come back. If I don't, I don't. But if I do come back, they're the fights I'm interested in. The big like 50-50s, get people interested and have a good tear up.
I'm pretty confident you will come back. You know, everyone who gets involved in this, we get addicted. We all say, we need a break. I mean, even me just doing the media, sometimes I think, this week I don't want to do it. But a few weeks off, I'm sure you're going to be rearing to go. And look, 154, such a great division. So many good fighters. No shortage of good fights for you. You still following it as a fan, seeing what's out there?
Yeah, but like I do love. I'm a fan of boxing. I watch all the shows. I love it. Of course, my sister's coming up through the ranks now. She's on all these big cards, so it's impossible for me to avoid. But I'm a fan of boxing. I will be keeping tabs on it, of course. Like I said, right now the future's uncertain for myself, but I will be keeping an eye on things definitely.
You still in the gym though, training all the time?
You know what? I'm more like doing like just general training, like weights, bit of weights and stuff. I body spar once a week. I'm just trying to get the love back for the sport. I am staying in shape. Like I said, I'm not going to abuse my body during this time out because I understand that makes it 10 times harder to come back. I'm going to have a nice refresher from boxing, maybe get the love back for it, start enjoying it again, stay in shape, and who knows, we'll see. Time's on my side. Just turned 24 the other day. Most of these guys, someone said to me just then, Nathan Heaney's, I don't know, like he's 33 or something, just won the British title, and now he's in a much different position. Like anything can happen. So I've got time on my side, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah, absolutely. You mentioned your sister there. I mean, she's made for the big stage, second pro fight on this massive card. Perfect stage for her to, showcase her showwomanship and her skills in the ring.
Definitely, she's not actually. Well, she's not actually on this card here. Her next fight is Bournemouth on the Chris William Smith undercard, so not too far think that's about 10 days away or something. But yeah, it's going to be hard to top the debut. For me, it was a punch perfect debut. For everything from the build up, I thought she conducted herself very well. The ring walk, the dance into the ring. Um, she showed her boxing ability in the first 4 rounds and then took her out of there in the fourth. She showed everything. It's going to be hard to top, but she's looking sensational in the gym against good competition. So listen, that girl's a superstar. She's next up, and I'm so proud of her, and I'm going to be supporting her every step of the way, whether I'm training alongside her or not. So
You had a look at the weight class she's in. See, I mean, there's a lot of good girls there to make for super fight.
definitely, listen, we're looking to move her quick. I won't name drop at the moment, but we're willing to move her quick, and we have got our eyes on a few big names domestically as well. So
All right, wow, 2024 is going to be exciting at flyweight for the girl. All right, and how's your dad? I know he doesn't like doing interviews these days. Is he still clinging to his love of this sport?
yeah, you know what? He does love boxing. You know, he's been involved in boxing. He boxed when he was younger in the amateurs, but he's been involved in boxing, whether it's being a manager or promoting for maybe like 20, 30 years now. God knows. You know, it will always be a part of him. He's loving it. Sometimes it hasn't been good to him, the sport, but it's like you say, it's a drug, this game, and he's very passionate about it, and he always will be.
Yeah, I can't emphasize that. Promoters like your dad probably don't get enough credit. Promoters, people still see them as bad guys, but yeah, they're the unsung heroes putting on these fights and building these fighters, and that takes a lot of work.
It does. It's an incredibly stressful job. You know, like you say, a lot of them get a lot of stick, but I've been on the other side, and they've got a lot. They've got it's a hard job for them. It's hard work and trying to please everyone. Um, it's definitely taken years off of his life for stress. But listen, like you say, credit to them. They put on these amazing shows. They give us fighters the opportunity. So although they get stick a lot of the time, we should be praising them.
Yeah, absolutely. They give us fans those great nights that we do remember. So yeah, send your regards to my dad for me. Mike, anything you want to add?
No, anything I want to add? Everyone tune in December 10th. Watch my little sister go 2-0, put on another spectacular performance.
Yeah, can't wait for that day out to the seaside, and even though it's winter. So, Mike, thanks for your time, and hopefully we'll see you in 2024.